Welcome to our world-renowned podcast, Invest in Her. I'm your host, Catherine Gray. I'm a TEDx and keynote speaker and author. Also, I'm executive producer of the movie Show Her the Money. Plus, founder of She Angel Investors and co-founder of the She Angels Foundation. Our weekly show features interviews with powerhouse women founders, funders, and change makers that are sure to inspire you. Let's go. Welcome to this week's episode of Invest in Her. I'm your host, Catherine Gray, founder of She Angel Investors and co-founder of the She Angels Foundation, as well as executive producer of Show Her the Money movie that's out now on Amazon. If you haven't seen it yet, we hope that you catch that. So today, I always have an extraordinary guest. Today is no different. She is a singer-songwriter, Grammy nominated, by the way, and we're going to talk today about AI and how it affects intellectual property, branding for artists and musicians. Let's welcome to the show, Briana Cash. Hi, Briana. How are you?
Hi, Catherine. Thank you for having me.
You bet. So I know our paths have crossed being in the community in Los Angeles, and so happy to have you on today because we haven't really talked yet about AI and how it affects, musicians and artists and actors. And you've had some experience with that. So we're going to talk about that. But first, how did it feel to be Grammy nominated?
Oh, it's great. So, Grammy nominated musician. I sang on a project that was Grammy nominated. So, very exciting.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what project was that?
It's called Requiem of Light, and it's in the classical category. So, best choral performance.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
I know you've, worked with a lot of big artists and as a musician, as an award-winning singer-songwriter. What do you like most? Do you like being a musician or do you like being a songwriter, or is it kind of just equal?
I really like the songwriting. I like working as a creator. Performing, yes, of course. I love performing, but I love just creating, making something, and being in the studio and collaborating with others. And the beauty in that is like you're not limited to one thing. You can kind of, cross over into different genres. And I've written in all genres really. Like I collaborated with the Broadway star of Wicked, so there's some musical theater there. She covered four of my songs. It was in Broadway World and Playbill. So that was
Cool.
exciting. That was several years ago. But still, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Um,
My wife and I are co-producers on a show that's coming to LA. You'll have to see it. It's called Millennials Are Killing Musicals
oh,
by Nico Juber. And it's going to, from LA, head to Broadway. So super excited about that. So I'd
yeah.
love to hear that you love theater as much as I do.
Yeah, I really do. And congratulations on that. That's amazing. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you. And what current projects are you working on?
So I'm doing freelance stuff right now. There's a documentary that is very slowly brewing. They're still looking for financing to get it going. So it's one of those things.
As
But
most documentaries are. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's getting there, I think. Yeah. But it's one of those things that takes a minute.
I would say
And
there's so many families out there that have donor advisory funds with money just sitting there in these nonprofit funds not being used. And I always say, use it for the arts. This is a
yeah,
wonderful way they can make an impact. Is by getting behind these documentaries and also, supporting singer-songwriters like yourself. And it's a great way to support the arts. So hopefully anyone out there listening that has
yeah,
a donor advisory fund will get behind you in your next project.
yeah. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. What's the name of the documentary? What's it about?
It's not yet. Well, it's a working title, but it's about I don't know how much I can say about it actually.
Oh, okay.
So maybe under wraps for the moment. Yeah, to
Okay.
be safe.
Okay.
But I'll let you know, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And so any other projects that you want to talk about before we get into the AI?
Well, right now I'm just working on some new tunes for an album that I've been working on. And also been what I've been so passionate about lately is speaking publicly at different colleges and educating people on this hot topic that we're about to get into. So that's been keeping me kind of busy.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you wanted to talk about this today. And the topic, of course, is AI and intellectual property and personal branding, and your experience with it, and why you're speaking on this topic at colleges, universities, and different events, because it's so important to everyone that has any personal branding, but specifically, we're focused today on, musicians, singer-songwriters, people in the entertainment industry, right? So
Mhm.
tell us your story. What was your story with this? And I can imagine with the name Cash, it has something to do with that.
Well, that's what a lot of people think, but it doesn't actually.
Okay. All right.
That is my real name. I am a Cash. It's on my birth certificate, and I am also trademarked, and I'm internationally trademarked too now in the UK and the European Union. So it's so fun. It's funny though that you mentioned that because a lot of people think that right away. But basically, what happened was in the very succinct version, is that a major label signed an artist, and she was unknown, brand new, had no commercial releases, and signed her with my name, Briana Cash, and that was not even her real name. Um,
Oh
and
my gosh.
and yeah, and obviously I've been around, I've been doing stuff for a while. So I've established the goodwill of my brand, and I've had a website. I think I was one of the first people in my group to even have a website way back then. Which was like 2004, 2005. I mean, so I had my domain covered. I took the steps to what I thought the best steps were to protect my brand, which also happens to be my name. So that happened. And after trying for months, many cease and desist letters were sent and I went ignored. I was forced to ultimately have to file a lawsuit against the label. And then it just went on for almost 5 years, which is crazy.
Oh my gosh, that time, that angst, that money, everything, right?
Everything.
Yeah. And it's your own name. This is
No,
crazy.
isn't
Yeah.
it? Isn't it though? It's definitely a cautionary tale, and it is. It's
Wait a
almost
minute. So
unbelievable.
somebody wanted to use your name. It wasn't even really their name. It's unbelievable what happens in the entertainment industry, isn't it?
It
And,
is.
and so where does AI come into all of this?
Well, now more than ever. So, it's bad enough out there, the music industry, the music business, it's the Wild West, right? But now we have AI and it's moving at such a rapid pace. And people are like, well, maybe we can stop it. And no, no chance. It's here. It's here to stay. The genie's out of the bottle. But what we can do is protect ourselves. It's like when streaming came out, people thought, oh no, what are we going to do now? It's like, well, it's here. Let's embrace it, but let's protect ourselves. So you can register your name, likeness, your brand, logo, whatever it is, whether you're a small business entrepreneur, small independent artist, or just starting out or already established, and that's one way. I even know I don't know if you heard recently, but Matthew McConaughey. I mean, and he's a huge star.
Sure.
He's trademarked his name, image, likeness, his phrase, all right, all right, all right, but also so more than just his name, but his actual phrase with the cadence and inflections and all of that. And I think it took him a long time to do more than what has typically been done. He had to like work with attorneys for years and change legislation, but it's pretty cool that he's doing that because we really do need even more protection now. So, and then when you do this, you have remedies. So I also teach, so sticking to the arts and stuff, I also teach, not just how to safeguard your name, but, your music, any type of IP. So whether it's registering your songs with the Copyright Office or with a PRO. PRO is a performing rights organization. So like, ASCAP, BMI. There's a lot of ways to do it. So I'm there to kind of share my personal story, help others, advise them, point them in the right direction. And that's, that's why we need it. And we need it now more than ever because at the pace that it's moving, it's just crazy.
And you're saying AI accelerates all of this.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I read things every day. Stuff pops up on my feed, like on Instagram. There's another example, like a singer songwriter. I guess she put a clip of one of her songs, to share with her fans, something in the works that was pretty much done, but she just shared a small clip of it, and somebody took that clip and uploaded it to an AI platform. Don't know which one it was, and then constructed like a new song, and then copyrighted the new song, and then it messed up her whole thing. She wasn't able to claim it as her own when it was hers. So like there's weird stuff happening.
Wow, that is really unbelievable. So,
Yeah.
hello, musicians, don't put up a clip of your upcoming songs, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've always been against that for that reason. I mean, I've had music stolen over the years and I've had to fight things. It's just,
Yeah, it's a
there's
tough
always,
business.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And how do you write your songs? Like, do you just like get a download or do you have an experience that you put into the song? Like, how does that happen? I'm always curious how writers write their songs.
You mean like, how do I come up with an idea or
Yeah.
how I even start the process? Yeah, it's different. It's different every time. And I think it's different for everyone. Some people have their own way. I don't have a specific way every time. It just depends on how I'm feeling. Like it might start with a song title or a melody or an idea, or I'm just playing the guitar and I'm playing some chords, and then I'll just come up with something. It'll just hit me, and then I just go with it. And sometimes I don't
Yeah.
know the genre either yet, and it just as it goes, then I just intuitively like know what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do. Like
Yeah, what a
or,
gift. And the fact that you can write across all different types of genres is really interesting too. Yeah.
thanks.
I
Yeah,
wish I could write music. I think that sounds like such a fun and fascinating talent. Who are some of the people, famous people that you've enjoyed working on stage with?
oh gosh, it's so hard to answer. I when people ask me these questions, I'm like, there's so many. I don't know, like a lot. Let's see, Christine Dwyer was great. We recorded at Avatar Studios in New York, or formerly Avatar. It's Power Station now. It's called that. Um, and, Corey Young from I think season 17 of American Idol. He was a lot of fun
Oh,
to work
wow.
with.
I love that show. That's a fun show. That and The Voice. Love hearing the
Yeah,
stories. Yes, yes.
yeah.
What's the big dream, Brianna? What are you reaching for the sky for now?
Well, I would love to have a song as a song that I've written or at least co-written as a theme for a show, or threaded throughout the score of a movie, which was doesn't it's not really that popular anymore to do that. I guess it's not a trend anymore, but it used to be. I know like Carole King used to do it all the time.
Yeah,
They would use her music, and you'd constantly hear the theme reoccurring in a score. Um,
yeah.
Something like that, if that would ever come back again. Uh,
Right.
and
And you have done songs for TV and commercials and stuff, right?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a show on Paramount. Well, it's on Apple now, but it was a Paramount Plus original. It's called Murder of God's Banker, and it was a 4-part docudrama about the Roberto Calvi story. So Roberto Calvi, he was known as God's banker because you might like this, because he took millions of dollars from the mafia and the Vatican, and they couldn't get it back. So that's why he was known, obviously, as God's banker. And he was found hung from Friars Bridge in London in 1982. So it's based off real events. It was a
Oh, wow.
huge story in Europe from the 1950s to the 80s. So like everybody knew who he was, and they followed it. So it's pretty fast paced. It's only 4 episodes. It's very interesting though. But I worked with a composer. I sang on the theme of the show, so it's like almost where I want to go here. But I played guitar on the theme. I sang on that, and then I also sing in Italian. So a couple of my songs were in there. Um, and that was a lot of fun to work on. So
Yeah. So this is something you've done all your life, and that's the focus for the future. And right now, you're a keynote. You're a speaker at major events like NAM. And so, if there are events out there where people want someone to talk about, musicians and the AI situation and intellectual property and how to protect it. You've been down that road, you speak about it, and you help other musicians, actors, artists with that situation, right?
100%. Yeah.
Cool, cool. And how did you get to know about AI? It's such a mysterious thing to most people.
Um, I mean, it's always been here in a way, just like, on a smaller scale, like I guess, you could even say auto tune. That was AI like years and years ago, right? But we just it's here. We've
Yeah,
always known, but it's just at the forefront of everything now. I think we're more afraid of it now than ever, and rightly so.
right. So if somebody is a musician, they want to learn more about how to protect themselves in this AI world, Brianna, how do they reach you as a speaker or as a coach? What's your website? How did they find you?
Yep, best place to reach out is brianacash.com. So that's Briana with one N and then cash like money. And then my social handle for all socials is Briana Cash Music. I think I'm most active on Instagram and Facebook, but yeah, you
Okay,
can find me.
great. So if you want to learn about protecting your brand or your intellectual property, Brianna's your go-to girl. Also, making a film, TV, commercial, reach out to Brianna to help you with the music with that. Obviously, Grammy nominated and has a lot of accolades and award-winning singer-songwriter. So reach out to Brianna because we love to support women. And thank you for being a great guest. Everybody, be sure to check out our websites too for lots of resources to help you with everything from funding to how to become an investor in other women and how to grow your business, build your wealth. SheAngelInvestors.com, and be sure to check out our movie, ShowHerTheMoneyMovie.com. All right. Thanks, Brianna. Thank you so much. Make
Thank
it a
you.
great week, everybody.